What's up? Happy Friday, December 2nd, 7 days before XP. I was talking in this very office yesterday with Hannah. I gave her the rundown of basically everything I'm going to say. I'm ironed out a few extra details to tell you. And so what's going to happen is this. You guys are going to, after watching this video, which I'm going to try and keep to like 10 minutes, you guys will actually meet on Saturday as a group, just because you always do that. You'll have a conversation about this stuff, and then you will start, we'll just be texting back and forth. Bah, 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 bah. What questions do you have? How can we make you feel like you're ready to go? I have some things that I'll ask you specifically. So let's just jump into this. XP, as I've said before, is an outreach event, and we are catering our entire morning/Thursday night service to the kid who's never been to church before. So you're going to say things in the story that are going to sound like, yeah, but what about the kids who are there all the time? And quite frankly, today I don't care about them because they're going to come back next week. So I want to hit that kid who has not, well, I don't want to like hit the kid, but I want to target, my avatar, Hannah, is a kid between the ages of kindergarten and fifth grade who has never been to a church or our church before. So when we talk about Christmas and Jesus, he or she does not necessarily know that those two are interconnected. So why is this a big deal for us? So let's jump right into it. The theme is White Elephant, which is, so I'm trying to open up my iPad here. Okay. The thing with White Elephant is it's just, if you've been to a White Elephant party, it's a time to give and get stupid gifts and have a lot of fun while doing it. And so the primary opportunity for games is to play a game along the lines of, you can either have, and I brought two of the prizes. I've spent $230 on prizes. I have another like $400 to $500 to spend. So I'll give them like this. I'll use Andy as my example. Andy, you can have this cast iron skillet cookie baking kit. And so it makes one cookie, but also you then get to keep the skillet. So you can bake this and have a delicious cookie, or you can trade it for what's in bag number one. And you might have 2 or 3 bags to decide from. You can trade it for something else. It says right here, this is valued at $5.98. Do you think that the next thing I give you is going to be better or worse than this? You can walk off the stage right now with this in your hand. It's all yours. Or you can pick from the bag that's a mystery. But you have to keep whatever's in the bag. You can't go back to this. And what's in the bag would be something like a chocolate orange. Now, to some people, this would actually be a better prize. Not to me, but to some people, this would actually be great. So the bad prizes are never like, it's not like, oh, and then I saved up dog poop. It's like, oh, I got you holiday scented soaps. And a kid would rather have a cookie than soap, but they can at least use the soap when we're all done. So I'm not trying to like ruin kids' lives. Let's say you do a couple of rounds of that where you go, hey man, no one's picking the bags. Dude, draw a kid's name out and go, you don't even get a choice. You have to pick. Do you want bag 1, 2, or 3? And they draw number 1 and they get this and they go, I don't really want this. You go, I will give you one chance to trade it for what's in 2 or 3. And you can kind of just like egg it on a little bit and have some fun doing that. So we're going to play some versions of that game throughout the entire hour, and we'll kind of base some of it on how many prizes we end up having. So that's the game part of it. We can talk more about that in person later on or through a text thread. You're going to have one option of a Just Dance video, which is like, it's just Christmas songs with a crazy Santa who's dancing. And I want you participating with the kids in that. So like, let them know, hey, whoever you get to come on stage for the next part of for the next game. Like I won't even draw a name. Like if you just crush it, I'll pick you, and then you guys pick one kid to come up and do that. We also have a worship song that's new to us. We're doing it this weekend for the first time, and so again, if it's just a nice break for kids to get up and do some movement, and so that way they're not just sitting the whole time watching. Along with the Would You Rathers or Let's Make a Deal, one of the prizes is for the whole room. So the room has to, like, whoever cheers the loudest, and you can say like, if you want box number 1, say ho ho ho, and box number 2, say la 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 la, and like have the whole crowd interact, and then everyone's going to win either candy canes or Fun Dip, which again, not a bad choice, but Fun Dip is just incredible. So Then our story, very quickly, I have it all manuscripted out. I will send it to you guys in an email, or send you like a link via a text. Our story is not really a specific Bible story. It's just this idea that what the people were waiting for during Jesus' time was a savior. They were waiting for a savior, but the savior was to save them from Roman rule. And so they were waiting for this king. And ultimately, long story short, Jesus was born in a manger, or in a stable, and laid in a manger, and that is where poor people were born, and a king would not be poor, so therefore this is not who we're waiting for. And the whole thing, you're gonna have a really decorated present, and you're gonna have a really a Walmart bag, and you're gonna say, like, if you had to choose between this or this, what would you choose? And one kid's gonna go the Walmart bag, and you're gonna say, no, you wouldn't. We would all choose this. It's just perfect. And this is what they were waiting for. And Jesus looked like a Walmart bag, because he was the son of a carpenter. He wasn't royalty. And honestly, whenever he would tell things like, hey, you should love your enemies, and they were like, we're not down with that. So the reason ultimately that Jesus was born and then died on a cross was because people wanted this fancy present, and but God knew what we needed was Jesus. He didn't really care about what the outside of the package looked like. He cared about that Jesus was his son, that Jesus was perfect, that Jesus was the sacrifice that we needed. And so Christmas is such a big deal for us, because it's when God gave us what we needed more than what we wanted. And so what we want for kids is to come back to learn more about Jesus, because what we believe is that if you learn about Jesus, you will then get to know Jesus. And if you know Jesus, you will want him as much as you need him. So we just want you to come back and learn more about Jesus so that you will want him as much as you need him. That's the big idea of the whole day. So that part's a little bit longer. That story, by the way, should take no more than 8 minutes. It is quick. It is getting, again, it's for the kid who's never heard this before. So we're not going to try and go deep with it and go like, let me right now tell you why Jesus should change your life. By the way, more prizes are coming up. I want them to know, like, hey, they came with friends. Friends invited them to this thing. We're really pushing those friends to go, hey, bring your friend back, because of all the things we just said. So, pre-service, kids are going to get tickets that look like this. The green tickets are for every single kid. The red tickets for kids to bring more friends. And that's this thing for me. You don't need to worry about the red tickets. But they're going to get their name and grade on here. So that's how you're going to draw who's playing the game. So they'll be cut up and like in a bucket or a basket or something. And you'll just pull it out and say like, I need Madeline. And we'll have them do first and last. I need Madeline so-and-so in the 4th grade. And that's how we know there's like a lot of Madelines or a lot of Carters. And so you just go, hey, I need the 4th grade Madeline so-and-so or whatever. So that's how you're going to draw those. And so when we do all of our prizes and stuff, it goes through that. Our hour is actually 55 minutes. So we're going to give them 5 minutes on the front end to be in, like, not in small groups, but just getting checked into the classrooms. They'll come over, we'll get started, and then we'll go back over on the hour. So like at 8:05, we'll get started. And at 9 o'clock, they'll go back across the hall. That way we're in the right room when parents come to pick up, because we'll have so many extra kids. Checkout will be kind of crazy. So that's what's going on there. And then I'm creating a playlist of music, so you can play, whether it's during games or pre and post service. We'll have some Christmas music going, but not like slow, depressing Christmas music. Good stuff. And finally, I want you guys to dress festive. I don't need you being full on costumes, but like ugly Christmas sweaters or things that might jingle. And I told Hannah, like in the past, I have purchased stuff. So if you guys want to go check out a store and go, hey, we found some stuff, like Hannah, you got, I'll say for the 4 of you, because 3 on stage, 1 in the back, for the 4 of you, dude, spend up to like $50 a person on something, and Hannah, put it on your card and charge it to the kid. Just let me know, but charge it to the Kidmin account. It's code 6810 tag XP kids. So I want you guys to have fun with that. I know I did a XP a couple of years ago where I wore like an X-Men themed ugly Christmas sweater, and then Corey Jones had one, I think, from The Office, and I can't remember what his wife had, but Friends maybe. Anyway, so like we went to Box Lunch and we bought some stuff. Like, feel free to do that. And I would honestly say, hey, to get a real like fun sweater, or even just t-shirts that are like festive and stuff, feel free to spend up to like $50 a person, because I budget kind of for some of that costume stuff. Last thing before I let you go, we're at 9 minutes and 40 seconds. The roles that we have are teacher slash storyteller. And again, that's that 8-minute piece of like, hey, we're going to get serious for a moment. We're still going to have some fun, be a little bit silly, but it's not just like loud and crazy. MCs, again, that can be, the storyteller can also be an MC, but it's really hard to be the like exclusively crazy person and then just go, and now I'm the serious person. And so I would say to have 1 or 2 MCs that are like designated the fun crazy, and then the storyteller can be involved in some of the fun crazy but not be like the coordinator of chaos. And so that's where I go, hey, there are 3 of you there, Jason, Hannah, Kinsey, kind of decide amongst the 3 of you who wants to do what, who you think would be the best teacher or the best MC, like, and you just let me know. You let me know what you guys do there. And then AV, Andy, I will be on Thursday especially, I'll be back there with you just going like, hey, let's like make sure everything works. And then on Sunday, I will kind of be around, but not like, I'm not gonna like sit there and watch you guys like a hawk, you know. And so the last thing is, if other people in your group, we are gonna need ticket takers, writing down names and getting these ready, because we can't pull a kid's name out as a prize winner unless we have their name in for the prize drawing. So if you have other friends that want to come and help, the last thing we need is we need background checks run. But Hannah, you are on staff, that's fine. Kinsey, you're already in Kidman, that's fine. Andy, I heard we're already on it. So Jason, if we have not run a background check on you, we will need to do that. And then anyone from your group who wants to come, we just got to get that done. It takes 1 day. So that's what I got there. Sorry, this went 11 minutes, not 10. But after you've watched this, talk on Saturday and then get back to me. And yeah, I'm going to decorate this week. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great day. I'm expecting a ton of kids. So thank you guys so much. So have a good day. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.